Right now, the nation continues to mourn after an elementary school shooting ended with the death of 21 people. The incident has again sparked a debate about the country's gun laws. Plus, on some tips on how to talk to your kids about school shootings to ease their fears. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us. Let's get to the Weather Center, where meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your forecast. Boy, the rain came down for a while here in Madison this morning.
Yes, it did. And we're not done with that rain by any means. There's still more rain to come, and we'll continue to see rain as we move into the rest of your afternoon. So let's peek at Doppler track, shall we? More and more rain is getting ready to move in out of the south. You see all these bands of moisture that are continuing to stream northward. Your overall area low pressure still back towards the west near Texas. That's going to continue to develop more of these rounds of rain that are getting ready to move through. So we just saw one round of rain that just moved through Madison. That's now pushing to the north. A secondary round of rain to the south. Now right along the state line, that is also pushing towards the north. This has been the expectation. We would see multiple rounds of rain, and because we're seeing rain, that's keeping those temperatures a little bit cooler. We have been in the 50s, but I also really want to take a moment to highlight what's happening right here. There's a warm front. That warm front's getting ready to move northward. Winds are getting ready to turn out of the south. Our temperatures will increase after the passage of the warm front. So yes, we are at 55 now, but as we begin to look ahead, temperatures are going to come up. By 6 o'clock, we're into the 60s. We're going to top out into the upper 60s at night tonight. More rain's going to be on the way, though. Plus, we, of course, are all looking toward the first holiday weekend of the summer, Memorial Day. I'll have that full forecast coming up, Mark.
But a good soaking rain, that's what we need.
Yes, it is.
All right, Chris, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. A day after one of the deadliest school shootings in the United States history, people are asking why it happened again. Authorities are investigating what led up to the massacre at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, including any possible warning signs that may have been missed. They say the 18-year-old gunman shot and wounded his grandmother before making his way to the elementary school. At least 21 people, including 19 children, died in the attack.
No friends, no girlfriends at this time that we know of, was unemployed, no criminal history, no gang affiliation. So we're trying to determine exactly what the motive was.
The gunman was later killed by law enforcement. Here in Dane County, the sheriff's office says it'll be increasing its presence at all local schools after the Texas shooting. In a statement today, the sheriff's office said, quote, "There are no words to describe the devastating news of yesterday's shooting. Sadly, these events serve as a reminder for all of us to be aware of our environment." The sheriff's office is also offering a free emergency preparedness training course for the community. Meanwhile, the Texas shooting has reignited the ongoing debate over gun control legislation. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
I am sick and tired of it.
President Biden said Congress has it within its power to prevent another tragedy like the one that unfolded Tuesday. A gunman killing 19 children inside a Texas elementary school.
The idea that an 18-year-old kid can walk into a gun store and buy 2 assault weapons is just wrong. What in God's name do you need an assault weapon for except to kill someone?
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the Senate will move quickly on legislation, including a background check bill already passed in the House.
It is unacceptable to the American people to think that there are not 10 of my Republican colleagues, just 10, 1 out of 5 over here, who would be ready to work to pass something.
Republicans have consistently been able to defeat gun control measures, and they accuse Democrats of politicizing tragedies to push an agenda.
You see Democrats and a lot of folks in the media whose immediate solution is to try to restrict the constitutional rights of law-abiding citizens.
Senator Ted Cruz, who represents Texas, is calling for armed law enforcement in schools, even though the Uvalde gunman met resistance from armed officers at the school.
We need to devote far more law enforcement resources to stopping violent criminals, to preventing these kind of absolute acts of evil.
54% of Americans surveyed by CBS News earlier this month say laws covering the sale of guns should be more strict. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And many parents are struggling with how to talk to their kids about the Texas school shooting. It's a conversation parents wish they didn't have to have. Parents are often afraid to bring up these topics because they don't want to worry their kids. But psychologists say avoiding the conversation can make the situation even scarier for children. Dr. Jamie Howard with the Child Mind Institute says these conversations can start with children around school age. She says it's better if your child has a conversation with you rather than their peers who can sensationalize the incident. Dr. Howard says parents should also remind kids that statistically the violence is still very unlikely to happen at their school, and they can talk about what safety measures are in place. In other news today, a second defendant charged in connection with the 2020 shooting that killed 11-year-old Anissa Scott has pleaded guilty. 21-year-old Perry and Carrion pleaded guilty today to reckless homicide as a party to a crime and attempted intentional homicide as a party to a crime. Just last week, another defendant, 18-year-old Andre Brown, pleaded guilty to an amended charge. And the third defendant, Jerry Ward, will go to trial in June for his role in the shooting. Carrion will be sentenced in September. Today is the second anniversary of the death of George Floyd. Floyd died in Minneapolis after a police officer knelt on his neck for more than 9 minutes during an arrest. Floyd's death sparked outrage, leading to an international protest against the way police treat black citizens. All 4 officers involved in the incident were fired and charged after Floyd's death. President Biden is set to sign an executive order on police reform at the White House today. Family members of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Elijah McClain, who were all killed by law enforcement, will also be there. The president's order will create a new national database of police misconduct that will be used by all federal law enforcement agencies. Well, check your pantry and fridge. More items are being recalled in connection to the Jif peanut butter recall. In the latest updates, the FDA says Merry Harvest, Country Free, Tahir, and Garden Cut are voluntarily recalling products as well. The recalled items include fruit snack trays and celery snack cups that contain Jif peanut butter. The recall was initially announced because of a salmonella contamination. You can go to the FDA's website for information on all these specific products being recalled. Opinions of the U.S. Supreme Court have headed south since the leak of a draft opinion that could overturn Roe v. Wade. A Marquette Law School poll released today shows 54% of Americans say they disapprove of the high court. That is a flip from the last time this survey was taken. Just 2 months ago, 54% of Americans said they approved of the Supreme Court. Another poll shows 66% of Americans are not in favor of overturning the landmark 1973 decision that made abortion legal. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. As the baby formula shortage continues, the FDA is sharing missteps the agency took in responding to contamination issues at a Michigan facility. We'll be back.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Get the best mattress deals in Wisconsin at Ashley. For 72 hours only, save $1,000 on Serta. Save $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable sets. Plus, get $300 in free furniture. Doorbusters up to 60% off. Special financing for 60 months. It's Saturday through Monday with a preview day on Friday.
Imagine never having to clean your gutters again. Andrew Larson here, and you don't have to dream about it. My team would love to show you what a new gutter shutter system can do for your home, protecting its foundation and keeping you off that ladder forever. Gutter shutter is the strongest, most durable, high-performance gutter system on the market, and it's the best bang for your buck. Right now, get up to $1,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new gutter shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? It's Vet Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Ho Chunk Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells. An all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway June, the Mascot Theory, and Beth Killian. All benefiting heat and housing for heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for details and to purchase tickets for Trace Atkins.
In Wisconsin, everything's gotten so expensive because America's too dependent on China. So we sure know phony baloney policies when we see them. Senator Ron Johnson voted against cracking down on China. with higher tariffs and tougher trade deals, and even voted against punishing China for manipulating its currency. No wonder everything keeps going up and up and up. Senator Johnson, stop making it easier on China and tougher on us.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease?
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different.
We really loved their educational approach.
Call 844-600-NEXT. 50% off your installation.
Ashley's Memorial 72-hour weekend event is the biggest savings of the year. Don't miss doorbusters up to 64% off. Furnish entire rooms for only $14 per month. Special financing for 60 months. It's Saturday through Monday with a preview day on Friday. It's only 72 hours.
The Federal Trade Commission is launching a probe following reports that baby formula sellers were price gouging amid the shortage. The FTC wants to know about any deceptive, fraudulent, or other unfair business practices aimed at taking advantage of families. Hyundai is recalling 239,000 cars because part of the seatbelt can explode. The issue is with the pretensioner, which retracts during a collision to keep the passenger in the seat. 3 injuries have been reported, 2 in the U.S. and 1 in Singapore. The recall includes some Hyundai Accents and Elantras. And Coca-Cola is cutting its Honest Tea product line at the end of the year. The beverage company says in a statement that it's rationalizing its lineup of drinks and prioritizing fewer, bigger brands. Coke says Gold Peak and Peace Tea will anchor its ready-to-drink tea lineup. The company adds that its popular Honest Kids line will still be available. And that is your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
Check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is down 47 points. The NASDAQ, however, up almost 53, and the S&P 500 is up fractionally. The FDA is outlining missteps the agency took responding to contamination issues at a Michigan factory at the center of the baby formula shortage. The hearing on Capitol Hill comes as more formula arrives from overseas to ease the crisis. Michael George reports from New York.
The head of the FDA says the agency delayed inspecting the Michigan factory at the center of the baby formula shortage because of an outbreak of COVID-19 at the Abbott facility.
While there are many steps along the way where different actions could have sped up the sequence of events, to this date, I can find no evidence of intentional delay or malfeasance.
Dr. Robert Califf testified before a House subcommittee about why it took the FDA months to inspect the plant after first learning of potential food safety issues last fall. He also addressed the agency's delay in reviewing an October whistleblower complaint alleging safety violations at the plant. The whistleblower wasn't interviewed until December. Califf also said FDA leadership did not receive direct copies of the complaint due to an isolated failure in FDA's mailroom, likely due to COVID-19 staffing issues. Lawmakers expressed their outrage.
I don't understand how the FDA can justify 3 months to respond to this crisis.
The tragic situation is unacceptable, and worse, it was totally preventable.
The hearing coincides with the arrival of a second shipment of baby formula from Europe to help ease the shortage. It follows Sunday's arrival in Indianapolis of a shipment from a Nestle plant in Switzerland. This latest shipment goes to Pennsylvania to be distributed. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And Abbott executives say after the company restarts production next month, it'll be able to produce more formula than before the recall. Well, after this morning's showers, what do we have in store for the rest of the week? Chris Reese has your latest forecast after the break.
Protect your home and save with 11% off everything at Menards. Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements. Shingles protect your home and impact its curb appeal. Owens Corning architectural shingles can withstand up to 130 mile-per-hour winds and have a limited lifetime warranty. Available in 60 styles. For a roof that will make you the envy of the neighborhood, choose Owens Corning shingles. All 11% off right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
A great night's sleep starts on a new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, save up to $1,000 on Beauty Rest adjustable base sets. Queen mattresses start at just $399. Upgrade to the comfort and luxury of a Beauty Rest Black and get $200 in Steinhoffels cash. And then get a $100 gas card. With Steinhoffels special financing and free delivery, your new mattress is even more affordable. Isn't it time for a good night's sleep? Relax. It's Steinhoffels.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? It's Fed Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Ho Chunk Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells. An all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway Jew, the Mascot Theory, and Beth Killian. All benefiting heat and housing for heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for details and to purchase tickets for Trace Atkins.
I'm Alex Lasry, a Democrat running to beat Senator Ron Johnson.
And I'm Lauren Lasry, and this is our daughter Eleanor. I know Alex will always fight for working families.
To get more money in the pockets of working people and lower costs.
By making paid leave available and healthcare more affordable.
And I'll always be a relentless supporter of a woman's right to choose.
Especially now. Alex is exactly the kind of ally Tammy Baldwin needs in the Senate.
So I approve this message because we have to do better than having Ron Johnson as our senator.
Tomorrow, Badger football is building up excitement for its fall kickoff. How you can get in on the fun. Plus, your next chance to win Summerfest tickets with Question of the Day.
And we may not be done with the rain either. Join us tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
Your car is likely equipped with its own black box.
This particular crash, the driver did not react at all before impact.
Mark Kane finds out what kind of data is being stored in these devices and who has access to this info. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Some much needed rain this morning.
Yeah, we've got it, and it looks like it's going to stick around for a little while. That, like you said, is not a bad thing for a lot of Wisconsin farmers. It's going to get those seeds off to a great start that they've got planted. You know, I want to do a little weather follow-up on that frostiness that we had last week. Remember when we had Sauk in Columbia County that woke up with a frost freeze advisory in some areas? We've been doing a little circle of our specialty crops to make sure that nobody suffered any damages that you're going to notice when you get ready for the fall harvest. Philippe Cocard up at Wallersheim Winery says the good news was that they had started their wind machines when they saw those weather advisories starting to pop up, so no real damage done as far as the grape crop is concerned at Wallersheim, and he said he didn't get any other reports contrary to that from other vineyards across the state. Same thing, Steve Lewis out at Oakwood Fruit Farms in Richland Center. His apple orchard is up on a very high ridge, so the weather wasn't necessarily a big threat to him, so good news there. He did note, though, that 90-degree temperature that we had the week before the frost freeze, that really accelerated the blossom time in the orchard, so that had to be managed through. We're managing through that meat processing announcement from earlier this week. Kevin Ladwig with Johnsonville Sausage, who's a member of the Wisconsin Meat Caucus, says it's really good news. He would anticipate, he said, at least 100 of the meat poultry processors across the state might make application for some of the $10 million in grant monies. Remember, Wisconsin's got about 500 independent meat and food processors, or meat and poultry processors here in the state. Barrel cheese today in Chicago down 3 at $2.30. 40-pound block cheese dropped 4 to $2.30, but double A butter up a penny at $2.89.5 per pound. But kind of nice to hear that some of those specialty crops, you know, grapes, I don't know much about them. That looks like it managed to escape without too much damage in our apple crop. It's been crazy going from 90 degrees to freezing. Yeah, it's good to know that we still have a crop at all out there.
Absolutely. All right, Pam, thank you.
Yep.
A principal in Shawano is on the roof. He's spending time up above to do some good for his school and the community. Barrett Tryon explains.
Miss Cadence, where am I? I'm just hoping to get this done for the kids by next school year.
Principal David Kaiser is making himself at home.
You can see Then I have my my clothing rack right here.
This is where he's spending a few dark nights.
I had the lamp, but at some point in time, I didn't know if I was going to blow a breaker.
On top of the roof at St. James Lutheran School in Shawano.
We have a playground structure that's a little aged. It was put in 20 years ago.
He decided to pull some all-nighters to help raise money for a new one.
They wouldn't pay to get me down, so instead we kind of reversed the idea. Have a good day.
When he's not waving to passing cars or kids below, he still manages to do some work.
My administrative duties. I'm going to be typing up a chapel later on this week.
Mother Nature has also cooperated for the most part.
I found out that I was going to be sleeping through a frost advisory.
And there's been only one major hiccup.
I turned the fan on instead of the heater, so that puts a damper on any kind of warm dreams that I was going to have.
Despite the extra cool night, he says he's enjoyed being perched for the playground.
That needs to go, and this serves not only the kids here at St. James, but every night we have kids from the community that come over and use this as a place to play too.
Hoping to soon trade the roof in for actual rest.
David might get a little wet the next couple of days there, Chris.
Yeah, we are tracking that rain as it's moving in, and it's been quite a bit of rain at this point, and there is more where that came from. You look at Doppler track, we're still seeing more of those showers moving in out of the south. This will continue. We are not done. We've seen rain all over the Badger State pretty much all morning long. That's come out of Iowa. That's come out of Minnesota too. But we are right there just in the zone where that moisture is going to continue to get pumped in directly from the south. One round of rain now to the north. That's pushing through the Dells up towards Green Lake County. That's going to continue to work northward. Another round of rain just crossed the state line. This round of rain is going to come up out of Apple River and Monroe towards New Glarus. This will be impacting 151, Verona, Mount Horeb. Some steadier rains getting ready to move in. That's going to move towards Middleton and Cross Plains, Black Earth, Mazomanie, but will also impact Oregon and Stoughton. Anywhere along that belt line, we have some decent rain getting ready to push its way into town. And you think that's it? Nope, there's more. And it's going to stream in from the south. As it streams in from the south, it'll pick up more of that moisture and it begins to expand in its coverage and intensity. If you watched it all this morning, you know that they looked like tiny little showers, but we are now seeing walls of water that are coming our way. This is our station tower camera. Yep, it is raining, it's cloudy, it is wet out there. Temperatures have not moved at all since this morning. We are still sitting at 55 degrees. Winds are out of the east and southeast at 9 miles per hour. The dew points come up too into the 50s at that point. But we have a warm front. This warm front is right along the state line. Temperatures are going to be on the 60s on the other side of that warm front. And this is why I keep saying our warm temperatures really don't show up until about later tonight. So that being said, your evening and afternoon commute, it's windshield wipers. Make sure your headlights are turned on while you're out and about. We're going to continue to watch the temperatures increase behind that. 11 o'clock, this will be the warmest part of the day where temperatures increase into the upper 60s at that point. We'll stay dry for a good portion of the morning tomorrow. Still, I can't rule out some showers. There's going to be a whole lot of cloud cover. Then tomorrow afternoon and evening, guess what? More showers or thunderstorms are going to be rolling our way. So we're going to get a good drink of water. We've already had quite a bit, and we're going to add more on top of it. In general, I'd say a quarter to half an inch of additional rainfall is going to come. But anyone who gets a repeat thunderstorm or it just pours down on you for a moment, yeah, we could see an additional inch of rain in some spots on top of what we've already seen. We will dry out after that. Check this out. 71 on Friday. Sunshine makes a comeback. 76 Saturday. Here comes the 80s, folks, and it's upper 80s moving towards your Memorial Day. Still a daily chance of a slight shower or thunderstorm popping up for us, too. Our next real concentrated chance of rain appears to be next Wednesday at this point. A cold front comes through, taking us from the 80s back to the 70s.
Weekend, looking forward to it.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be great.
All right, Chris, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
Make sure your camera is ready as soon as these hit the table, or you'll miss a chance to get a shot of them. They disappear that quickly.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, including all new power lift chairs and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale going on now.
When you decide it's time to look at replacing your gutters, you have options. There are a number of replacement gutter systems on the market. Hi, Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. My team has spent lots of time looking at the best one on the market, and we found it, Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter sets the standard for performance, durability, and beauty with thicker aluminum, wider gutter size, and it's available in 18 beautiful colors. Best of all, Gutter Shutter is 100% made in the USA and guaranteed for as long as your home is standing. My team is dedicated to provide what we like to call the Larson experience. From your first call until well after the job is done, you will be treated like you're part of the Larson family. Please check out our Google reviews and see what customers have to say about us. We'd love to show you why Gutter Shutter means you can stay off the ladder forever. Right now, get up to $1,000 off, free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new Gutter Shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
More Americans are growing their own vegetables than ever before. At Garden Mats, we're here to help people supplement their food supply with fresh, organic vegetables. Whether you are a beginner, novice, or master gardener, Garden Mats make gardening a breeze. Spend your summers trying to keep up with each other, not your weeds. Go to gardenmats.com and plan your garden today.
Look, I know them all. They're friends. But Kevin Nicholson's not establishment, not of the donor class. He's just running to get things done. It's the Marine in him. Kevin organized no better friend into Wisconsin's most effective conservative group. Works fast behind the scenes. He exhausts me. Get Kevin in that governor's chair, and the conservative changes others only promise, safe streets, secure elections, will actually happen.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, including hundreds of Lazy Boy recliners and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale going on now.
Every year, right before the holidays, we try to create a few new dishes, or at least a new twist on classic ones that'll add some fun to whatever we're serving. And with Memorial Day right around the corner, I want to share with you something that'll make this year's family get-together even more exciting than Aunt Mary's gelatin mold that has all sorts of stuff floating in it. We start by cooking up some jumbo pasta shells. Once they're tender, we drain them, and while they cool, we mix together some deli ham and salami that we cut into chunks, some chopped tomatoes and cubes, a can of sliced black olives, chopped red onion, some mozzarella cheese, we cube that up too, and a bit of Italian dressing. After we toss this together, we spoon it into our shells and pop them in the fridge to chill. This will give all the flavors time to come together. When these make their way to the table, topped with some Parmesan cheese, you better grab one quick before they all disappear. So here's what I suggest. Go online and get the recipe for our antipasto stuffed shells so you can make these this weekend. And don't be surprised if you see someone taking a picture of them to post on Pinterest, since they're that cute. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a picture-perfect way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Yeah.
Here's Chris now. One final check of the weather.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue pretty much all afternoon and evening long. We'll start to dry out just in time for the weekend.
All right, Chris, thank you. We are standing by for a special report from CBS News on the Texas shooting. The Texas governor will be speaking. We'll stand by for that, and we'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a good afternoon.